Hello, everybody. Um, Hi. So I'm just going to be doing a bit of a, not quite an AMA, but more of a, well, I suppose it is an AMA. You can literally ask me everything. Um, but yeah, let's have a chat about these points changes. I'm going to hang around for a little bit before we really get into it, just to wait for people to get involved and to join in, because the purpose of this is to, yeah, to make sure that everyone can have their say, can enjoy themselves, and maybe, yeah, say your opinions on the points changes. What do you think is going to be happening? Do you think it's a good thing? Do you think it's a bad thing? Yeah, what do you think's going on? So, um, if you want to do that, pop on into the Twitch chat. I cannot see your YouTube messages up here, but I will try and catch them on the left hand side, because I know that some of you can only watch on YouTube. So what I'll do is I'll just make sure that I have my stream on as a delay, so at least I can keep an eye on the chat and catch you if you're saying anything. So yeah, we'll have a bit of a look, and then we'll get going. So the idea of this is just my thoughts and feelings, what's going on, and yeah, generally what you guys think, what I think about all of these points changes. It should be really fun. Um, yeah, I'm hopeful. I think the biggest one for me is going to be the hyperspace. Um, yeah, what changes are going to be going on there? 1 second. So Twitch .tv /Ollie underscore 186. So yeah, let's dive in and have a review. Just make sure that's working. I am live. Yes, we are live. Right then. So we got a few of us in here. Hey guys. Yeah, be my guest. Thank you, by the way. So there's a couple of people who are already spreadsheeting this, which is amazing. There's one of the guys on the Fly Better page. I know Elliot Waits just posted something in the UK page about updates and points changes and stuff. So we got a load of people on this. So it'll be good to generally see what we've got. So let's start off. Let's start off with Rebels. Why not? I think Rebels are going to be the one of the more interesting changes. I don't see too much happening, but I'm really curious about what's going to happen in Hyperspace. Because again, with the system opens coming up, I know we've got LVO happening very, very fast, and then UK Hyperspace end of this month. It's going to be a lot of fun. I'm curious to see what changes happen. So let's go in. Let's break down. First of all, hey guys, good to see you. This is going to make SOS. Yeah, exactly. So the UK SOS is going to be a big, big change. It's going to be huge. 6 interceptors. Well, we're going to have a look at that, and we're also going to have a look at some X-wings, because I wasn't expecting this change. But anyway, we'll go into that. So, first of all, B-Wings. We finally get to see the points of the card packs as well, which is really, really cool. Gina Moonsong, she is the new B-Wing. I wasn't expecting it to be more expensive than Braylon. She's good, but she's not that good. The Initiative 5 means she has to be relatively expensive. But, yeah, her ability's okay. Like, being able to pass off the stress to other people is great if she's alongside Braylon. Yeah, it's quite a useful ability. And we just saw posted there from Jeff. If we have a look down here, where are we? Right at the bottom, we have stabilized S-foils, points for the config for the B-Wing. That's going to be really interesting. I was expecting it to be 1 point and not 2. That's curious. That's curious. Obviously, B-Wings are now hyperspace, so your B-Wings are hyperspace legal. That's going to be fun. But yeah, seeing this new S-foil as 2 points, I don't think that's too bad. if you give 10 proton torpedoes, that makes him 61 plus 2 points for the upgrade. That's a 63-point double modded proton torpedo. That's gonna be pretty tasty. Yeah, it should be interesting interesting to see that there. So all of these guys are in hyperspace. Interesting that the basic B-wing has not changed. He's still 41 points. Your Blade Squadron veteran with an EPT is now only 42, so that's going to be interesting. I'm curious to see what the best upgrade on the B-wing is going to be. I feel like it's going to be the cannon slot with an auto blaster. I think keeping it cheap is great. If you can get in range 1 to 2, get that target lock off, it's going to be fantastic. Apart from that, Braylon, he loves the double tap. The fact that he's gone up by a point shows that. Yeah, it'll be interesting to see. Moving down to the arcs, only small changes. Ibby has gone down very slightly. I like Ibit Sam. Rerolls with stress is kind of cool. But on a 1 agility ship, not as good. Rerolls generally tend to be better on defense. I agree, Jeff. Iron Cannon Braylon is going to be a pain. However, he's expensive. So I'm curious to see whether he's worth that points. If we have a look at him, 52, 5 for the Iron Cannon, assuming it's staying the same points. But it might not be. Let's just have a quick check of that, because I know that cannons have changed as well. That might be in generic cost, so we'll check on that one later. Thanks for the subs. But yeah, let's carry on with the rebels. So attack shuttles, they've all gone down in points, which is nice to see. So Sabine has gone down by 1 point. I'm just gonna get Yasby up on the other page just to make sure that I can see the present points, because I need to actually compare and contrast. Some of these I know off the top of my head, some of them I don't. So with the attack shuttle right now, that is a general decrease by 1 point across the board, apart from Zeb, who's gone down by 2. We like that. Hello there, General Kenobi. Which is kind of cool, and I like the fact that they've decided to give the Azatuk some love. So 2 points less on the Kashyyyk Defender. Still don't think it's going to be... Yeah, I don't think it's going to be used. It's just not that good still. So sorry, Tuk Tuk, you are still out of the meta. Why would I take a Azatuk when I can take an X-Wing for 40 points? I suppose the nice wide arc is okay. I don't know, maybe I'm being too mean to the Azatuk. It's not got a terrible dial. It does have a 180 degree arc. I just really hate the fact that it can't turn around that quickly. It makes me sad. Y-Wings are interesting. The fact that Y-Wings are now a lot cheaper is going to make life a little bit fun, because again, they are hyperspace legal. Good to see you, Scott. Yeah, thanks for that. Yeah, Fire. All cannons have indeed gone up. So standard Y-Wings have gone down by a single point each, just the one. Nothing massive, but yeah, it's good. So B-Wings and Y-Wings are going to be in hyperspace, no K-Wings. All of the K-Wings have gone down a little bit, including Miranda. Now Miranda is considerably cheaper than Asege, because Asege was a bit annoying. Miranda's gone down by 1, Asege has gone down by 1, and the standard guy's gone down by 1. I feel like they're just doing this with Rebels, just bringing stuff down a little bit. I don't think this is going to make much change for the K-Wing. I think it's still going to be an edge case. It's great as a little support ship. I still think the aces are a bit eh. Hey, good to see you, man. Right, now this was just mentioned by Jeff. E-Wings, 50 points. What do you think of that? I mean, a 50-point E-Wing. You can fly 4 of them. For those of you that don't know, the special ability of the E-Wing is that you can target lock beyond range 3. So you can't target lock at range 1, but you can target lock at range 3. I feel like that's pretty efficient. I don't think a squad with all E-Wings would work. I don't think 4 is going to be effective, but having a few of them in there, that could work. That could work. Yeah, absolutely. Be good to see you in Milton Keynes, Vuk. And Horton, veteran turret gunner. Yes, Horton's great. He's amazing, but he stayed the same points. So I don't know. Like we knew he was good. E-Wings are interesting though. How many have they gone down by? Probably not too much. I think it's 2 points the basic. Yeah, 2 points is the basic, and the standard guy with the EPT has gone down by 1 because you've got to be aware of proton torpedoes. Initiative 2 proton is a lot less scary than Initiative 3 proton, so they can't reduce the rogue by that much. But he's not hyperspace legal. A-Wings are, which is great. Sheathopede is out of hyperspace. This is fun. So your standard RZ1 A-Wing has gone down by 1. I think let's wait on the A-Wing for the moment. I got excited. Let's go back to the Hawk, because this is really, really, really important. Finally, the generic Hawks are going down in points. Sorry, the named Hawks, which is really good to see. And I'm talking, this is serious decrease in points. 41 for Jan Orr, she's down by 2. Rourke is down by 3. Focus passing is really, really strong. I think 38 points for a focus passer. Jake Farrell is 36, and he's incredible at his job. Having a Hawk, maybe with a good crew upgrade, that's just giving out focus tokens. I think Rourke is now genuinely viable without a title, which is something that I wouldn't consider saying for a Hawk. The only disadvantage is without the title is that you don't have the front arc to help passing off tokens, so you might be moving that turret a little bit more. But yeah, I'm curious to see. Kyle, 34 points. Yeah, the now one of the cheapest focus passers in the game at 34 points. That's really, really, really good. Rourke being able to make something 38 points, that's viable. I think the fact that Jan is down to 41 is nice. I know that there's a couple of people in Sweden that will be very happy about that. And the fact that she is cheaper, that's going to be really, really nice. That's good news. I'm hopeful for that. And then you see the lack of power runner is a bit of a problem for my swarm. Yeah, I mean, it's curious. I think the fact that have they taken Harrow out? We'll get to her in a second, but it's going to be curious to see what happens in hyperspace. Right, A-Wings. I am excited. I'm curious about A-Wings. Right then, so RZA1 A-Wing. It's only a single point decrease by the Phoenix pilot, but I'm curious to see what effect that has. That definitely needs some playing with. Fenrir down by 2 points. Good. I think he was way too expensive. Everyone was scared of Ghost Fen at the end of 1.0. That was a bit of a problem. Energy shells not being hyperspace legal. Yeah, that's quite nice. We will get to that one in a second as well. Right, so where are we? Going down. Okay. X-Wings. I think this is the big one. This is the real big one. That's insane. 39 points for a Cavern Angel Zealot. Let me just have a look at this and have a look at the slots that the Zealot has. So, Cavern Angel Zealot has gone down by 2 points. That's incredible. There isn't a 1 point illicit, which is good, because that means you can't fit 5 Deadman Switch ones. But you can fit 5 X-Wings and 3 of them can have Deadman Switch. I mean, that's mildly terrifying. I know that's not hyperspace, but even so, that's scary. What's really interesting is the fact that you can have a hyperspace list with 5 X-Wings in it. Is that good? I don't know. I feel like 4 X-Wings and a support ship is probably better. If Leia remains at 6 points, then you can fit Rourke. So you can fit Kyle with Leia on board and 4 X-Wings. That seems pretty good. Inertial dampeners? Not from what I'm seeing on Yasby. Maybe they've changed the points to them recently. So again, this is stuff that I'll have to have a look at. It's a lot easier when we get all of the points updates. Hey, we like subs. Thank you very much. But yeah, looking at the cheaper end, I mean, you can see here that it is just the cheaper end that's moved. All the expensive X-Wings have stayed the same. Yeah, that's curious. Porkins gone down by 1. How much is Tubes? 2 Tubes has gone down by 2. Yeah, I'm really excited actually about the Initiative 3 being 41 points. I think he's pretty good. I like the Initiative 3 being 41 points. Having an EPT on a 41 point ship with 3 dice gun, that's solid. I like that. I also like the fact that the Sabine's X-Wing I know that not many people like the little TIE fighter, but I think it's alright. Zeb being 24 points is kind of cool, but he's still useless. I feel like Rex is interesting. Rex and Sabine are probably the more interesting TIE fighters. That's about it. Oh, gas clouds. I'm going to have to go have a look at gas clouds. Right, U-Wings. U-Wings are out of hyperspace. God, hyperspace is really being squeezed. This is going to make the system open fun. So U-Wings are out. We finally found the points of K2, 46. Bethnick is 46. Bodhi is 48. I think Magma and Cassian staying the same is good. They should have, stayed that point. I like Haftober. The fact that he's down by a little bit is nice. And yeah, no U-Wings in hyperspace. K2SO sad. Oh no, he's an incredible ship. Like K2SO is fantastic. Yeah, hyperspace is very different to extended. I like that. I like the fact that it's a bit harder to list build, because list building is kind of fun. I am going to have to turn everything on its head, but we'll work it out. Right, this is interesting. Obviously, the Ghost is now out of hyperspace. That's going to surprise a lot of people. I think a lot of people are expecting the Ghost to be in hyperspace. But also, good to see some decreases in points. Here is, I think, down by 2. Let's have a look at the VCX. Here's down by 1. Kanan is down by 4. Oof, that's good. And Callus Callus is okay. I'm really curious to see how good Callus is. I think he could be a real shine in the Rebel faction, giving most dice are modified. So I think giving the Rebels 14 hull ship with effectively an agility dice on almost all attacks is pretty good. Okay. Well, the Hawk isn't in hyperspace, I believe. So crew. So we got X-wing, Y-wing, A-wing, some T-65s, but not all T-65s. Importantly, Wedge is out of hyperspace. I'm really sad about that because I was hoping that I was going to be able to use him, but no avail. We've got some Falcons in there, and that's it. So looking at the Rebels in hyperspace, you have chassis-wise, you have the B-wing, you have the Y-wing, you have the A-wing, the X-wing, the Falcon. That's only 5 ships. It's interesting. Right, what have we got? Leia, 70. Oh, she's cheap. 79 points. That's good. We do have a Leia carrier for sure. The Falcon is a Leia carrier, which is fine. I don't think the Rebels need to be defined by Leia anymore. She's really good, but I don't think they need to be defined by her as a faction. They can now operate without her. I've definitely got a couple of ideas bubbling. Torpedo B-wings. Lando is still really good, and he's down by a single point, I think. Let's just get the Falcon up here. So, looking at hyperspace, Lando is down by 1 point. Chewie is down by 2. Outer Rim Smuggler is down by 2. Oh no, sorry, we're talking about Leia Crew, because Leia Crew has been a thing for Rebels for a long time. Han is down by 2 points as well. So yeah, generally. No, we've just started. We're on Rebels, so we've just been working our way down the list for Rebels. I will get through as many of these as I can over the course of the evening. This may be a two-parter, but for now, I'm going to start, and we'll see how long it takes my girlfriend to get home. And yeah, we'll go from there. So just to run you through that, there are certain upgrades that require light side or dark side. So Jason's just asking, what is the light side asterisk? If you were to equip an upgrade to that ship, it states that you can only do that if they are dark side or light side upgrades. So that's just showing you that if that upgrade exists, you can add that there. I think this is going to be interesting. Only 1 point for Lando is right. Lando is really strong. But I think you're going to see a lot more Falcons. I think Rebels are going to be using Falcons a lot. I'm happy that the Outrider has gone down a little bit as well. 2400 needed some love. I think you guys need to pay serious attention to the Wild Space Fringer. That thing has gone down from 86 points to 77. That is a 9-point drop. Dash has gone down by 7 points. Lebo has gone down by 7 points. That's incredible. I mean, it's not Hyperspace, but extended people, watch out. That is a 77-point ship with a 4-dice gun that's a turret. That could be pretty scary. And Lebo's good. Like, just Lebo with no upgrades could be viable. So, that's curious. Okay, 22-point bandits. I know the TIE Fighter has gone down to 22 as well. So, we've got some cheaper Zeds, also not in Hyperspace. Right, R2-D2. R2 astromechs are now more expensive. The star is... what's that little star? There we go. Variable points based on agility for R2. Just for R2-D2 though. I think the generic astromech will be exactly the same. Thank you, Timo. There's an overall spreadsheet for the changes there if you want to compare the points. I think I will. Let's go have a look at that. Let's see if I can grab that one. I have to go into my own Twitch chat. Give me a second. Twitch. Twitch.tv/. Right. Now, Timo, I'm going to be very annoying. Can you just post that link again for me? When it crops up, I'll go and grab that and have a look. So K2SO, that is interesting. Thank you, Timo. Right, poof. Suddenly, here we go. So to give you a bit of a comparison, we can now have a look at this as well. So you can see the new points, old points. What we are paying attention to is this column. So if I just zoom in a little bit here, zoom. Right, there we go. Cool. So this is the column that you really want to pay attention to, because this one is the... can I stick that? No, someone else said anything. Yeah, this is the new points, and those are the previous points. So there we go. I can't hide the old ones because it's open in Google Docs and I can't edit. So you want this column. This is just... I'll flip between these. It won't take too long. But yeah, so astromechs. I find it's not as easy to read that. So for people watching, I'm gonna use this one, but I'm gonna flick between the... I'm gonna have this one up on my screen so that I can see it and just keep up with all of you wonderful people. Cool. So here we go. Sorry, going for configs. R2-D2 more expensive. Good. Regen needs to go up. R2's gone up by a load as well, which is good. As I was saying earlier, the config for B-Wings is more expensive than I was expecting, but I don't think it's that much more expensive than anyone else was expecting. Config for B-Wings is good. It's going to be effective. I think double tap abilities we know are strong historically. Look at Quick Draw and how good he was when he had modifications, which is why Braylon has gone up slightly. K2SO crew is incredible. I think at 8 points he is definitely going to be valid. Just giving out calculates to people, super good. Super good. Leia has gone up by a point. I was expecting that. She is still very good. So she's now 7 points. Nothing else really has changed for the crew. Hyperspace wise, K2SO is hyperspace legal. Expect to see him. He will be around a lot. Leia is still hyperspace legal, so she's going to be there. But I think Rebels as a faction are going to be surviving on K2SO and a little bit of Leia. But I think you're going to see a lot of Falcons with K2 in hyperspace. I think 88 points for Lando. 87 points now for Lando with K2SO is going to be one of the best buys you can get. He gives out 2 actions a turn, either to himself or to friends. He just increases the efficiency up by ridiculous amounts. Cool. Phantom title is now free. Falcon title has gone down to 3 points. That's very interesting. So the Falcon title has halved in cost. 3 points down. Very curious. You can now take Phantoms for free. This is the Phantom shuttle on the back of the Ghost. So that's now free. I don't think it's going to encourage many people to take an attached shuttle. Hey guys, good to see you. And thank you for the subscription-y thing. It's always nice. Right. I think those are the big ones. Those are the big ones. Let's move on. Let's have a look at the Empire. R2 Astromech has gone up. Let's take a quick one. Let's have a look at the generic points updates, which I haven't actually got on my thing. So I'm just going to go to the FFG site and get that up as well. Actually, to be fair, we can have a look at the generic costs over here. So let's use this to look at the our generic costs. So Astromech. Now, I disagree with you on that, Timo. I think Outrider is a sleeper hit if you're good with it. I don't think they want to make it too many more points. So we're talking about both points changes and we're talking about the hyperspace stuff. Rebels having only 5 ships in hyperspace. We've got the B-Wing, we have the Y-Wing, we have the Falcon, we have the X-Wing, and there was another one that I've now forgotten. A-Wing, so A-Wing, Y-Wing, B-Wing, Falcon, X-Wing. Basically all the ships from the film. Not surprising. I was hoping that you'd have some other bits in there, but yeah. Importantly, Wedge. Wedge is no longer in hyperspace, and there's a couple of the X-Wing pilots no longer in there. Right, mechs. For the R2 Astromech, I'm not seeing any points changes on the spreadsheet, probably because they haven't got to it. This is why I'm not using the spreadsheet. So let me just get up the official points and go down to the points, supports, rules, FAQs. Where is it? Player resources? I've lost it somewhere. Products. Event outlets, tournament resources. No. Where is it? Sorry, you're just listening to me looking for stuff on a web page. I've completely lost where the points are. That's frustrating. I'll find them later. I'll find them later. For now, we're going to go and have a look at the Empire. Wahaha. So for the Empire, where are we? Here we go. Let's zoom in a little bit so you guys can actually see. Right. Jendon has gone up. Shocking, I don't think. He has been one of the best pilots for quite a while. And I think now we are very much seeing that. I think it's fair. The Inquisitors with Jendon has been a very, very effective list. I'm not surprised. What I am surprised at is that we're not seeing any Lambda shuttles in hyperspace. I'm really quite sad about that. I was expecting it. I was hoping that you would see some of those in there. I'm shocked that you don't see a Lambda. It's such an iconic ship. I think the main reason that we're not seeing the Lambda is, as FFG said, essentially you just haven't got the ship out. It hasn't been brought out recently, so because of that, we're not going to see it. I do think, looking at some of these hyperspace changes, that the UK system opening is going to be an absolute mess, because of the fact that we're just not seeing anything. I think there's very few ships. There we go, generic upgrades. That's what I was looking for. I found it. Let's have a look at some of these. Right, so generic upgrades. R2 Astromech is now super expensive. It is 9 points on a Jedi. That's huge. Right then, cluster mines. Those are now a thing. So obviously cluster mines are now coming out in the bomb upgrade kit. They are only 8 points. I think that's okay. Yeah, I'm curious about that. Ion bombs, 6 points. Electroproton bomb down to 12 from 14. I still don't think it's going to be used that much. Cluster mines are interesting, but I still think Prox is better. If you can get a good cluster land off, then it's amazing, but yeah, proximity mines are better. What else is interesting? Veteran turret gunner has gone up to 10 points. They really don't like that, and it's definitely out of hyperspace now, so you're not going to see a load of Y-Wings with double tap in hyperspace. However, ooh, that's curious. So, hyperspace, no more prox mines, yes to cluster mines. So, if you want bombs in hyperspace, you are going to see cluster mines. Coaxium, I can't remember what that does because it's one of the new ones, but that is an illicit that is allowed in hyperspace. That's fun. Inertial dampeners are now being recosted. They are 0 points for a zero agility ship. So here's a fun one. As it's an illicit, you know that Gargoyle new thing, Initiative 0? We now have an Initiative 0 ship that can take illicits. So you can put inertial dampeners for free on your little droidy friend in the Skick. So that's fun. 1 point if you want dampers on your cheap X-Wings. That's fun. Anything else? Mag Pulse, we now know that those are 6 points. I'm still not amazed by them as a missile. It's an interesting option, but I'm more excited by the Wave 7 missiles, which were spoiled / released. I don't know anymore. Discharge vanes down to 6. That's interesting. That's going to be useful for Poe and Nien because they can use them on the if they have the title, they can double slam. Tragsim is no longer in hyperspace, but it is down to 6 points. There's a lot of stuff that's no longer in hyperspace here. Oh my god, you can't use afterburners. You can't use afterburners in hyperspace. This is huge. Advanced slam you can. Mag Pulse you can. Look at all the missiles that you can't use in hyperspace. No more barrage rockets. No more clusters. Diamond Boron is out. Homing is out. Proton rockets are no longer in hyperspace. You can't use feedback arrays. This is insane. Hotshot gunners. So no Falcons with hotshots. Supernatural reflexes is out of hyperspace. Heavy laser cannons. Jamming beams. You're not allowed to use jamming beams in hyperspace. Here we go. Here's the cannons are going up. Not by much. Just by... They're only going up by a point each. Oh, you now take damage to use it. Totally fine if you're ironing Vader, though. I think that's acceptable. Sense is out of hyperspace. That's a fun one. Bomblet generators, no. Season Navigator. Oh, that's good. So for those of you unaware of the Season Navigator with Leia, Season Navigator with Leia is nonsense because you get a free focus token and then you get to go wherever you like because it's a red move. So I'm glad that they've nerfed that. It's going to be 7 points on her, but it's super good. So Season Navigator and K2 I expect to see quite a lot on Leia. But that's interesting. Yeah, Precog's out, Sense is out, Supers is out. Hate, no hate as well. Oof, these are fun. Right, so what else is important? Modifications. Big one is no burners. Baffle doesn't exist. Ooh, they've said no to shield upgrades. That's fun. Okay, so no shield upgrades in hyperspace, no stealth device. Can you use hull upgrades? Yes, so hull upgrades are fine, but shields are not. Curious. Advanced sensors and collisions are gone. I'm getting the impression that hyperspace is a very much more friendly... Yeah, there are no shenanigans anymore. That's the impression I'm getting. They are cutting down on the complications in the game for hyperspace. Hyperspace is looking to be a much more simple version. Definitely easier for someone to get into. I'm not seeing as many gotchas. We'll see. I think there's a lot of people who are looking at lists and going, oh, this is terrible. I'm curious to see how it all balances out. Yeah, I'm curious. Right, let's have a look at talents. Yeah, I thought it's interesting. I thought FO was going to be the winner in this one. It seems like if Timo's looked through them, he might be right there. Right, let's have a look. So composure. Composure is only 1 point, but it's not allowed in hyperspace. Crackshot is no longer allowed in hyperspace. Officially, these points go live on the 20th of January, but I know that there is quite a lot of people doing it now. Daredevil is now only 2 points. Ricole is happy. Expert handling is cheaper on larger ships. That's good news. Duke, Lone Wolf, marksmanship, Predator, no longer in hyperspace. Swarm tactics. God. Trick shot is no longer in hyperspace. Damn, that was a go-to on the Falcon for me. Quick draw is sad about pattern analyzer. Ion torps, no one cares. Dorsal turret, no hyperspace. I think that's okay. I think the ion turret's better. Yeah, that's that's a big deal. Oh man, this is going to be fun. So for I'm not just reading through points. I'm kind of giving my thoughts as we go. Um, what I'm going to do is I'm going to have a bit of a think about. Yeah, I agree with that, Philip. Having the new first order shield thing in hyperspace is going to be interesting. So Quick Draw really likes it. Right, what do we got? So Imperials. First thing I'm going to do is I'm going to have a look at what is legal in hyperspace. So all of the TIE Advanced pilots are legal. Vader has stayed at exactly the same amount of points. That surprises me. I have forgotten to check passive sensors. Where is my system slot? Oh my god! Hail something. Passive sensors Vader still lives, and he's in hyperspace. FFG, what are you doing? I just won Worlds with him. He's really good. Maybe because he died in like 2 seconds, people are thinking he's not that good. Passive sensors Vader is broken, and you should totally use him, please. Not against me though. That's not allowed. Cool. So, tell you what, I'm going to flick over to the First Order because you guys are talking about loads of First Order. So let's do that. Let's have a look at the First Order points. Right. We have points for the new guy. Cool. So, for those of you talking about Vareng, here he is. Vareng is only 57 points. Not bad. He's initiative 6. He has double reposition. He has to take a -1 agility. I know there's no burners. I know. But, yeah, he's initiative 6. He has double reposition as long as he takes either a strain or a deplete. Thanks for that, Bruno. Interesting. So, what's in hyperspace? Let's do that first. Doesn't matter for the system opener in the UK, but Vareng is legal in hyperspace. All the FOs. Quick Draw is not. That's a big deal. But then I think I was planning on using... Oh, look. No Upsilons. This is going to be interesting. You don't have the big stompy shuttle anymore. I'm not surprised that Towson stayed the same. He's really good. I am excited by Thanison. I think he only decreased by 1. I really like his ability. I think that's kind of cool. I'm curious about Stridon as well. Let me just go to the First Order on Yazub. So Stridon has gone down by 3 points. You can coordinate anyone at range 3, which is kind of cool. So yeah, that's fun. Captain Cardinal is now super cheap as well. Well, 3 points less. Friendly ship at range 1 to 2 defends. It may reroll an eyeball. He's still bad. Yeah, Thanison. Oh god, Thanison's gone down by 3. Yeah, anyone in your front arc at range 1 to 2, you can spend a token to give it a tractor token if it gains a stress, and you can put Phasma on that ship, so you can move stuff around. That's pretty fun. So at the end of engagement, Phasma gives them a thing, and then you put a tractor on them. It's kind of fun. Okay, so but importantly, they're not in hyperspace, so that's going to be a big deal. Okay, so let's have a look at this. All of these new guys, pretty fun. I'm excited for Hollow. I don't think Ember's that good, but I think Hollow and Vareng, this is going to be another ace ship, right? It's going to be another ace ship. This is cool. I agree. You're going to see a lot of silencers in hyperspace, but I also think you're going to see a lot of the interceptors. Yeah, it's got 4 health. It's got a double reposition. First Order are turning into the Triple Aces faction. We'll see what happens to Imperials. The fact that it's got a missile, this thing can regen shields, by the way, because you have the shield regen thing. It has both a modification and it has a sensor slot, so it can take the shield upgradey thing. So, congrats guys, you got rid of Jedi with regen. Now you've got these things with regen. Let's have a look at how many points that is. Deuterium power cells, 9 points. So for 66 points, you can have a Suntier Fell that can regen 2 shields. That's pretty good. I like that. You can give him Fanatical as well. Spend the entire game shooting at people, getting a free focus. On the final turn, you regen 1 shield, and there we go. You're suddenly above half points. Seems fair. That's pretty good. Okay, all of the FOs have come down. This is fun. Epsilon with optics is now 29, because I would staple optics to these things. Let me just check. Advanced optics as a tech slot is in hyperspace. Resistance are happy. A-wings are still a thing. That's going to be fun. So let's go back to the first order. Here we go. Right, I'm really happy about Scorch being 33 points. What do I think about Proud Tradition? My initial thoughts was, oh my god, it's amazing on an interceptor, and then I saw the back. If you're always having a stress token, then it's pretty bad. However, Major Von Reg, he does not get stress tokens very often. Major Von Reg is always getting deplete or strain tokens. So importantly, he can use Proud Tradition pretty much all the time. Oh no, it's only when you're stressed, isn't it? So you can take a focus token when you're... Is that... Am I reading that right? You can take a focus token even when you're stressed. Yes, you did. You can just go back and read that. The important deal is that there's a load of the missiles that are out. There's a load of the missiles that are out. So just reading back through the chat there. Where are we? So Proud Tradition, 5 A-wings is still good. Definitely take the 6 with optics, because optics is pretty good. Oh, gas clouds! They now do the thing they should have done. Gas clouds do strain. That's good news. They should have done that originally. So that's nice. Okay. So... Oh, yeah, sorry. If you say analyzer, it shouts at you because it thinks you said anal. So, sorry. There we go. Twitch being Twitch. I need to change that. So, oops. Yeah, stop. That's weird. That's really weird. That's going to be fun. Anyway, sorry, back to points. I think this is a good thing for the First Order. The FOs are actually really good. Not many people like them. I think that Scorch is one of the best ships in the game. Longshot is still really good. 3 dice at range 3. Love it. It's amazing. Yeah, you guys are fine. I might just turn off the bots, but I'm concerned that you might actually do something nasty. SFs, Phasma and Lahurs. That's going to be interesting to see where they fit in. I think Backdraft could be pretty good as an efficient one. We'll see. Rush is only 57. That's pretty fun. The fact that these basic silencers are down a little bit is interesting. It's good that you can't fit 4 basic silencers in, because they are really good. I was hoping Blackout would drop slightly, but I'm glad he hasn't. Rush is going to be interesting. No EPT, that's good. The fact that he can't take an EPT is really important, because he'd be ridiculous with Fanatical. He'd be very, very, very good. Initiative 4 recoil at 57. I think that's okay. I think yeah, he's Initiative 4. I'm curious to list build with First Order. I feel like First Order could be pretty good. Yeah, I want to see the results of this. My initial thoughts on First Order is slap regen on Von Reg, add in probably Von Reg, Kylo, and a couple of cheap blockers. It's pretty good. If you can fly aces, then it's a good way to go. The problem with Von Reg is that he doesn't have as many modifications, so I'm not sure what upgrades I'd put on him. False Tradition, Proud Tradition is okay, I suppose, but yeah, up to nothing. That just means that he can take dark side upgrades. That's all that means. There aren't any dark side force upgrades yet. What makes me pretty sad, although I'm not surprised, is that all of these guys are not allowed in hyperspace, but the reason I'm not surprised is because you can't take any crew carriers in hyperspace, which seems fair. So yeah, I think that's it for First Order. Let's go back to Imperials. So, Imps. First of all, what's legal in hyperspace? Vader, yes. And then we have a load of people that I suppose we do care about them. I'm just going to have a look and see just how much cheaper these little guys have got. Generally, just by 1 point each. That's the general feeling. I did see that Traj Sim had gone down to 6 points. I'm curious about that. 6-point Traj Sim is pretty good. You might see it on the Skurg, you might see it on the Punisher. However, it's not in hyperspace. So that means that in the system open it's not going to be there. And it's not going to be on the Big Fat Bomber. But I think the Big Fat Bomber is going to be a big thing. You should prepare to be playing against that again. I've heard it has lots of force downs. Fifth Brother at 42. I think he's pretty good. He's not in hyperspace though. This really surprises me. I was expecting to be able to use the TIE V1s in hyper, but apparently not. So the advanced are hyper, the Reapers are hyper. Apparently they felt the need to get rid of the Scarif base from hyper. Not sure why. We've got standard TIE fighters, but not Howrunner. Congratulations, FFG. You've basically said that we're not allowed TIE fighters in hyperspace. So the Falcon is the Falcon's allowed in hyperspace, and that's got crew. So that is a possibility. I think you might see a few more basic academy pilots. The fact that Wampa isn't there makes me sad. Gideon is still pretty good. I don't see Mauler or Scourge are nice, but it's not a single point down on them isn't going to make up for the fact that our Howrunner isn't there. I don't think having Iden in there is going to make up for that, and as well as that, you've made Howrunner and Iden more expensive. So, yeah, I don't see the idea of that. I mean, I know they're trying to encourage people to fly stuff that isn't the past, but yeah, it's Inferno Squadron. Inferno Squadron is allowed, but again, with Howrunner not being there, but no one's going to fly TIEs unless you're Philip. I don't know, Philip. I know you're in here. What do you think? Philip is the local TIE expert. He's been flying them probably longer than Patterson, so let's see what he thinks. Strikers are in. Decimators are in. He doesn't want to give out his secrets. Yeah, so that's. I mean, if you have a look at Imperials, you've got the Deci, you've got the Striker, you've got the TIE fighters, some of them, and you've got the advanced with the Reaper. That's. I don't know. I think you're going to see a lot more Imperial lists. Monarchy. Yeah, she needed to be expensive. Again, only no patrol leaders. That's sad. I think you're going to see a fair few Shiranos in hyperspace. I think you're going to see something like Shirano with a few strikers. The Interceptor is still not in hyperspace. No more Fel. That makes me sad. I don't know. I feel like Imps are going to struggle. I'm certainly not using them. I can't really think of a good... Let me just check the crew. Sloan is not in hyperspace. Yeah, Sloan's not in there. 000, meh. You wouldn't use him without Vader. You wouldn't really use him anyway. Vader is out of hyperspace, so that makes Shirano a lot worse. Palpatine isn't in hyperspace anyway. Any force carriers? Seventh Sister, I suppose. Yeah, I'm not that impressed, honestly. I think Imperials are on the chopping block. Fifth Brother Gunner has gone up by 2 points. Yay. And he is legal, so hyperspace he does exist. So you can have Duchess with Fifth Brother, Shirano without Vader. I'm not seeing much. Right. Hiya. I think that's it for me for the night, guys. I will continue this maybe later tonight. maybe after that, but we've done Rebels, we've done Imperials, we've done Generics, and we've done First Order. Halfway in, still more to see. I'll catch you guys soon. Enjoy. And I will be back with you soon to go through the rest of the points changes. So, yeah, stay tuned. I'll see you soon.